Kieran, welcome back to RaithTV. It's a wet and wild Kirkcaldy morning and pretty much what you had last night at Arbroath. So let's start with last night's match. How are you feeling? How good was it for you? How do you rate your performance?
It was a great result. I'm happy with everyone's performance and my own, but I'm feeling a bit leggy this morning, just trying to prepare for Saturday now.
Yeah, first half in particular looked a real challenge.
Yeah, especially playing into the wind. The conditions there obviously weren't great, but you expect that when you go up to Arbroath, so we were mentally prepared for that and just had to kind of battle out. It was good to go in 1-0 at the break, and then the second half was just about, most importantly, keeping that clean sheet and not letting them get back into the game.
Spoke to the manager last night about the mental resilience as you came towards maybe the last 10, the last 5, the last 3, and with quite a number of stoppage minutes as well. So on the back of that late blow at Morton, a lot of resilience from you as a squad, particularly the back line.
Yeah, I think we were all really switched on, all communicating throughout the game, and didn't really give them too many chances. I think everyone worked well as a unit, and that's kind of what you need in games like that, just to everyone stick together, everyone stay focused, and yeah, it worked really well as a team.
Defensively strong as a unit again, and you know, it's a feature of this team. I think only Inverness are up there in terms of the strength of defensive performances. You've had to wait a wee bit of time to get in there, show some patience, but the time's come and you've kind of grabbed it. Talk to us about that preparation, that journey to getting into the squad.
I think it was difficult at the start. Obviously coming on loan, you want to play games. That's the most important thing as a loan player, and I think I just had to show as much patience as possible and try and keep my head down, work hard, keep my attitude right, and just do as much as I can to try and get into the team. And when you get that chance, just make sure you take it. And I've been preparing well for every game, regardless of whether I've been in the squad or not, just hoping I might be able to get a few minutes here or there to try and make an impression, and hopefully I can keep my performances going, keep building on what I've got, and hopefully keep playing games.
What about the transition to Championship football? You've had loan time at Kelty, at Cove. Ironically, where this wee run of games has started. How more challenging is the Championship?
It's a big step up from League 2, but I'm confident in my own ability in the sense that I think I can handle it. I think I'm ready to step up and just be consistent at a high level. There's a lot of experienced players around me as well that help me through every game, always giving me advice and stuff, so the boys are really good with that. But no, I think I'm handling it well, and hopefully I can just get better and better as games come.
What aspects of your game do you feel have developed thus far? Defensively,
I think concentration, positioning and stuff like that. Having Liam Dick inside me is really helping me, because obviously he's a left back as well, predominantly, so having him inside me is a good experienced head just to give me advice and where he wants me and stuff is quite helpful. So yeah, hopefully it's a relationship we can build on.
How does your parent club keep in contact and keep up to date with your development and your game time?
I speak to them every week, just giving them updates on how things are going. They're giving me little bits of advice and maybe how I can do stuff in training or whatever to try and put myself in the gaffer's mind, just let them know that I'm still there and I'm still wanting to push to get into the team. And they're just really looking at my past development and stuff, trying to figure out ways I can try and improve my game. Even if maybe at the start I wasn't playing, there's always stuff that you can do to try and better yourself as a player.
I should know this given the amount of time that I spent here, but there was some contradictory information looking at different kind of websites, etc. Is it a season-long deal, or is it just until January at this point?
It's till January at the moment, but I think there's an option to extend that, assuming both parties are happy.
And what about being part of the squad? Is it a squad that you feel connected with? Is it an environment that you feel comfortable within?
Yeah, very. I think especially now that I'm starting to get into the team more often, it's getting a bit easier to try and fit into the squad more. I'm getting more and more comfortable as days come on. I'm enjoying every minute of it, so hopefully it just keeps building.
A road trip on the horizon. You know, you do realise when you watch English football that Scotland's a relatively small country, but it's one of our longer journeys up to Inverness, a place where we've got, I'll be generous and say, a not too good record in league games. You'll no doubt heard about the hoodoo. How are you feeling about it? What's your thoughts pre-game?
Still confident. I mean, obviously having the game midweek doesn't perhaps benefit us, but I think all the boys are confident. We've come off a good result and we want to go up there and do the exact same. I don't know what the conditions will be like up there. I've not been up there in quite a long time, but hopefully we can show the same performance we did last night and get a good result.
As players in the dressing room, do you pay attention to things like stats from the past? Is it a wee extra bit of motivation to try and be the team that breaks this kind of 29 game hoodoo?
I mean, everyone knows about the past, but it's kind of just focus on your own game. It's not really, it's a completely different team to what it's been in the past, so it's a completely different set of circumstances. It's really what we can do, and I think this season we've shown we've got potential to beat anyone on any given day. So hopefully we all turn up, all play well, and we can get a good result.
You're a really well travelled young man in terms of not only the journey from kind of being born in Glasgow, living in Edinburgh, playing in Aberdeen, down here on loan in Fife, but your international travels as well. Tell us a wee bit about how that came around, obviously through your dad.
Yeah, it came around quite quickly actually. It was last summer, it was a space of a few weeks that I started hearing about it, and then they got in contact directly through me, and I gave them contacts to speak to the club and my agents and stuff like that, and kind of just progressed from there. And a few weeks later I was on a plane flying out to Malawi to play against Tanzania, and it was an amazing experience, something I definitely want to do again.
What was the experience like for you as a person, let alone as a player?
Because I've been there before, I think it was a little bit easier to settle into my surroundings. It wasn't like a massive shock when I got there, but all the boys again were really good with me. I think obviously because I'm young going in there, and there's a lot of experienced players there. They were really helpful and just helping me settle into surroundings and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a good experience.
How different were the surroundings from a footballing perspective?
Very different in terms of funding for the training facilities and everything, but I think when you've got a group of boys that are all eager to play football and eager to improve and play for their country, then it's not the most important thing about the funding and the facilities and stuff like that. It's really a good team spirit that we have over there, and yeah, it kind of shows in our performances. Did well in the African Cup of Nations. That's the furthest the nation have gone in history, so it's a really good squad we got at the moment, and hopefully I can be a part of that and try and build on that.
You've got multiple options in terms of your route into international football. Is Malawi where you see your future?
I mean, I've not been over in a year, so I think it's hard to say right now, but I'm definitely keen to go back. I'll say that.
Would you have a message for Raith Rovers fans? How do they encourage the best out of Kieran and Ngwenya?
I just like hearing the noise. I think everything I hear is just kind of motivating. I think let me think about this one.
We'll have to get them working on your own song. You'll have to come up with a great goal celebration. You feel you've got goals in the locker as well?
Hopefully. I think I've missed a couple of chances in the few games I've had, but hopefully I'll get more comfortable in front of goal as we go. And yeah.
Do you hear every shout when you're playing at fullback?
Not always, obviously. Sometimes I'm across the other side of the pitch and I'm really focused on what I'm doing, so sometimes what's going on around me doesn't always register in my brain, but any stoppages of play I always hear the crowd, the noise, and it's always really motivating, so yeah, it's good.
Great. Well, on behalf of those Rovers supporters, we're really delighted that you're here. Hopefully we can see you have a prolonged run in the team and maybe extend that deal.
Hopefully, yeah.
Good luck to you, Kim.
Thank you very much.